right now at 7.
No Airbnbs on this block. You don't want people, they just come and you don't know who they are.
Late-breaking details in a murder mystery at an Airbnb. Word of an arrest less than 2 hours ago. Tonight, neighbors are still wanting answers.
We were just wondering, how it could happen that quick.
There were about 80 other people we believe could have been exposed.
Plus, it's not coronavirus, but another illness forcing extra restrictions tonight at one of the Bay Area's biggest jails.
And the young rap star tragically shot and killed, while investigators are focused tonight on social media pictures.
We're not going to watch his career grow, so it's kind of tragic to watch him die in violence.
And breaking news, check this out. It's dark and hard to see right now, but there is a paraglider. You can sort of see the outline of him stuck to the top of that power pole. This video from just moments ago, you see fire crews, the flashing lights, working to get this person down. This is happening near the Yuba County Airport in Olivehurst. It's unclear how the paraglider crashed or their condition right now, but you can see it's very tricky, very dangerous situation. Getting them down, we'll keep an eye on it for you. Our other top story this evening, right now at 7 and streaming on CBS Bay Area. In the past couple of hours, we've learned the name of the suspect arrested in a deadly shooting at an Airbnb. Good evening, I'm Elizabeth Cook.
And I'm Ken Bastida. KPIX 5's Len Ramirez has some late-breaking details from the neighborhood in East San Jose where a woman was found dead.
Well, Santa Clara County Sheriff's deputies worked through the night and apparently with the help of some neighbor surveillance video eventually identified a suspect, and that suspect has been identified as 25-year-old Ryuichi Fuseya. He was arrested this morning after he turned himself in to the sheriff's office headquarters. Word that a suspect was now in custody for the murder on Mountain View Avenue came as a relief to neighbors.
Good news for the neighborhood and everybody else. I'm surprised the sheriffs were diligent in getting this guy and finding out what the hell's going on and doing the right thing, finding him.
The sheriff's department was called to the home at 3:47 in the afternoon. Arriving deputies found an unidentified adult woman who was the apparent victim of a murder in the back unit.
We were all surprised, yeah, because nothing really happens around here. It's a nice neighborhood.
Catherine O'Doherty has lived here for 45 years and had just walked her dogs by the home before it happened.
We were just wondering, how it could happen that quick. It takes me just about 15 minutes just to go around the block, and next thing I know, all the sheriffs are here.
The cottage, a small one-bedroom studio, had been listed for rent on Airbnb. In a statement, Airbnb said, quote, "We are urgently investigating this tragedy, and we are in coordination with the Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office to offer our full support in their investigation." But the people who live on this street say they're not happy with the neighbor, the property owner, who's also in real estate and has apparently been very active in renting the property out.
He's trying to make a buck, but still, it's having people come to your street, 3 to 4 times a week, all different people. It's kind of scary. You don't know who's coming to your neighborhood,
According to the sheriff's office, Mr. Fuseya had been contacted by investigators and agreed to come into headquarters with his attorney, and he was arrested after questioning. It is not known what his relationship, if any, to the victim. In San Jose, Len Ramirez, KPIX 5.
Tonight, one Alameda County jail is treating a flu outbreak with extra caution. 2 inmates at Dublin Santa Rita Jail have tested positive for a strain of the flu. Dozens of inmates are being monitored for symptoms. The jail is keeping some of the exposed inmates from visiting court or meeting with their attorneys. Officials at the jail say they're being hypervigilant because of concerns over the coronavirus.
We've narrowed it down to 2 influenza cases, non-coronavirus related, type A influenza, and those people are getting treatment. There were about 80 other people we believe could have been exposed.
There are currently no confirmed coronavirus cases in Alameda County. We did learn today, however, that 12 possible coronavirus patients are at Bay Area hospitals after arriving at Travis Air Force Base from the Japanese cruise ship. They are now in isolation being tested.
Well, a rising rap star killed in a home invasion. The rapper Pop Smoke, whose real name was Bashar Jackson, was shot at a multi-million-dollar home in the Hollywood Hills. LAPD says that several masked men entered the home where Jackson was staying just before 5 this morning. Tonight, investigators want to know if photographs taken hours before the shooting are part of the motive. They show the rapper with stacks of cash. Fans of the 20-year-old star are shocked.
It's unfortunate, man. This one hurts. He was doing good. He was doing good. He really had something going for himself.
Me with my boyfriend, I've kind of watched his career grow, so it's kind of tragic to watch him die in violence.
Well, that home belongs to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Teddy Mellencamp. It was reportedly rented out by a third-party company.
Tonight, we're hearing from the woman who may have been the last person to see a missing couple in Marin County. She's a property manager at the rental cottage where the couple was staying in Inverness. 77-year-old Carol Kaparsky and her 72-year-old husband, Ian Irwin, were last seen there on Friday. Search and rescue crews have been scouring the terrain and water nearby. The property manager went into their rental on Saturday, and that's when she noticed something was not right.
Something was off because it didn't look like they had packed it all, and it looked like there was just a bite out of a pretzel, and there was still mustard on part of it, and it was put back down on the plate. Yeah.
That it's like they were in the cottage and then all of a sudden they got beamed outer space. It's really weird.
Crews did, however, locate a missing hiker in Marin late last night. A pair of tracking dogs found Robert Bennett near Big Rock Ridge in Marinwood. You see him there on a stretcher. After he was rescued, the 76-year-old went missing on Monday afternoon. He is recovering now with his family.
Well, tonight's the first major test for one Democratic presidential candidate on the debate stage in Las Vegas. KPIX 5's Andrea Borba live at a watch party in the Mission. Andrea?
Well, Ken, there's not an empty seat at the House here at Manny's in the Mission tonight for this latest Democratic debate. And if early going has any indication, the gloves are off between all of these candidates. At the corner of 16th and Valencia, a clock ticks down the seconds until the 2020 presidential election.
A voice to people.
Inside Manny's, what has become a tradition, debate watch parties.
I think it's very important, especially for a healthy civic life, to have physical spaces where people can come together to watch what's happening in our politics and community.
People at the Mission venue tonight are watching the first debate appearance of former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg. San Jose State political science professor James Brent says Bloomberg on stage could cause fireworks.
He's been surging in the polls. At least two of the other candidates must conceive of him as an existential threat, and there's lots of questions he needs to answer.
Manny's viewers agree.
With his previous policies, they're kind of racist, kind of sexist, and it's going to be interesting what he actually has to say to be president.
Bloomberg's on tonight for the first time. I am excited to see that. I feel like in the previous debates, they've taken jabs at him without him being on stage.
Only Nevada and South Carolina vote before Super Tuesday. That's when California's plethora of delegates comes into play, the earliest ever in a presidential election cycle. Dr. Brent thinks two candidates must make a statement in the Golden State.
I think that if Joe Biden or Elizabeth Warren don't do very well in California, their candidacies are effectively done. So I think the California primary is extremely important for them.
Now, two candidates did not make the debate stage tonight. Representative Tulsi Gabbard from Hawaii and Tom Steyer from here in California. Their polling numbers did not meet the threshold to qualify. Ken, Liz?
Andrea, thank you for that.
Up next, another California campaign stop for President Trump, what he says he's going to do here in San Francisco.
The federal government's going to have to step in. We're going to do it in Los Angeles and San Francisco.
When we have ICE running around arresting people, it makes it a little bit difficult. And we had a lot of failures to appear today because of that.
The courthouse immigration arrest creating a showdown tonight between the feds and one Bay Area county.
Plus, he put up impressive numbers and didn't even play a full season. What to expect this year from one of the Giants' newest stars.
As comfortable as you get, there's a guy behind you who wants your spot even worse. And if they want it more than you do, then they're going to take it.
All that plus starry skies ahead tonight, but there are changes as we get toward the weekend. We might even be chatting about a few showers. It's all coming up when we come back.
The Giants fans excited to see a full season out of one of their brightest new stars, finally.
His nickname? Yaz. Sports director Dennis O'Donnell sat down with him at spring training in Arizona.
This time last year, Mike Yastrzemski was in his 7th year in the Orioles minor league organization. Then came a trade that changed his life.
There was just a ton of things that happened that I never expected to.
It seems so obscure. Mike Yastrzemski for Tyler Herb. The Giants would soon realize the steal of the deal.
This could be it. It could be it.
The first hit, the 3-home run game.
Way back there. Number 3 for Yastrzemski. Wow.
And the unforgettable game in Boston where his grandfather, Carl, the legendary Red Sox, saw his grandson play at Fenway Park.
High into center field. It is out of here.
Just needed some time to let it all out and kind of remember how great it was and enjoy it, and now ready to move on.
In just 107 games, Yastrzemski led the Giants with 21 home runs. The 29-year-old, never given a shot by Baltimore, thrived in San Francisco. He takes nothing for granted.
As comfortable as you get, there's a guy behind you who wants your spot even worse. And if they want it more than you do, then they're going to take it. And that's not where I want to be at the end of the day. I want to make sure that I'm on the field as many games as I possibly can be.
Yastrzemski is part of the Giants outfield. It might be flying a little low under the radar, but Yaz has been overlooked before, much to the Giants' delight. With the Giants in Arizona, Dennis O'Donnell, KPIX 5.
Boy, he really looks like his grandfather, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does look like the Carl Yastrzemski of old. As we have a look at San Francisco tonight, we've got a few high clouds floating overhead. There'll be some fog forming later, but what's happening in 48 hours is maybe some rain. Yeah, believe it or not. As we have, and maybe not, don't forget, as we look at the Salesforce Tower from high atop Sutro, beautiful shot tonight. And the highs today, plenty warm. 68 at Napa, 67 in San Jose, very balmy in Fremont, and 65. San Francisco hit 63. Today, Livermore was at 67 degrees, and it's warmer than it usually is. Record high, though, was 77. Tonight, the numbers will get down into the mid-30s and a few 40s. Santa Rosa is down to 36 degrees. For the rest of the Bay, we'll be in the mid-40s for the most part. It will continue unusually warm for this time of the year. It is mild in winter. Oh, man, upper 60s doesn't usually happen, but it will for the next couple. In fact, we're going to warm into the 70s tomorrow. Low pressure drops in, but still, numbers are going to warm up. By the time we get to Friday, that low will be south and west of the Bay Area, and that will bring moisture in from off of Vandenberg up toward the Bay. It'll get some rain around San Luis and Santa Maria, but for us, maybe a few drops in the South Bay, so it's not going to change the rain figures. We'll get coast and bay fog tonight. It'll be clear inland. Tomorrow's, once again, nice. It will be more clouds tomorrow than we had today. Numbers continue mild and a slight shower chance by the time we get into the Friday night, Saturday morning time zone. So for tomorrow, we're looking at numbers continuing about 3 to 7 degrees above average, and that includes down in the South Bay, where San Jose will come in at 70 degrees tomorrow. Milpitas at 69 and Morgan Hill at 70 degrees. Over in the East Bay tomorrow, nice numbers in the mid-60s with 66 at Dublin, 68 at Livermore, and in Fairfield, 68 degrees. In the North Bay, there'll be some fog tonight coming through the Golden Gate. Daytime highs tomorrow, variable clouds, but variable sun, and 68 in Novato, 68 for Santa Rosa, in Sonoma, 67. For San Francisco tomorrow, 64, and Oakland, 66. Finally, up around Ukiah and Clear Lake, we'll be in the mid-60s. In the extended forecast, all right, clouds come in, but rain doesn't really come down. There's a chance of a little bit Friday night and Saturday morning. Be out of here by Saturday midday, and then Sunday, again, clouds, but no rain. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we have nothing but sun. So no big break in what has been an unusually dry spell for the Bay Area. As for what's happening now, here's Liz.
Thank you, Brian. Well, here's what you missed if you're just getting home right now. President Trump bashed San Francisco and celebrated new efforts to help farmers while visiting Bakersfield today. The Central Valley city has largely embraced his presidency. Today, he signed an order to divert more water from the Delta down to the farmers in the Central Valley. Governor Newsom already says his office plans to file legal action to protect fish species close to extinction. Meantime, water wasn't the only thing on the president's mind.
Look what's happened to San Francisco. So sad what's happened when you see a slum where it's a slum. It's worse than a slum. There's no slum like that. What they've done to San Francisco is a crying shame. If they don't fix it up, clean it up, take care of the homeless, do what they have to do, but clean up their city, the federal government's going to have to step in.
Well, the governor is promising big action on homelessness tonight. He devoted much of his State of the State address to the housing crisis, saying it is a disgrace that the richest state in the nation is failing to house so many of its own people.
We've got to replace California's scattered shot approach with a more focused crisis level response.
A Sunnyvale engineer was found dead at a ski resort in Oregon. 47-year-old Tim Bowders was snowboarding Friday at Mount Hood Meadows Ski Resort. His family called police when he didn't come home. His body was found last night. Bowder is the second person to die at that resort in just 2 days. It's not quite clear yet, though, how he died. And it's one of the most popular and pricey workout apparel brands. Lululemon leggings can cost $150 a pair. We went undercover, and you won't believe how low the prices are at one Bay Area flea market. But how is that possible?
Are they real or just like?
Yeah, it's real. Everything is real.
So is it a deal or is it a steal? Watch our original report tomorrow night right here on the KPIX 5 News at 7. Ken?
Elizabeth, thank you for that. Coming up next, tickets go on sale for Kobe Bryant's public memorial. But tonight, a warning going out to fans who were not able to purchase one.
They just said, "You're coming with me," and off they went.
Plus, what officials in one Bay Area county say really went down during a courthouse raid by the ICE officers. Plus, a badly timed armed robbery caught on camera. Wait till you hear who was inside the restaurant when it happened.
Tickets to the much anticipated memorial service for Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna at Staples Center went on sale this morning.
Yeah, but not everybody who registered was able to buy tickets. Of course, Staples Center will hold about 20,000 people for Monday's ceremony. Organizers are advising those who did not get tickets to please stay home. In fact, all the restaurants and businesses at LA Live will be closed until after the ceremony. Organizers are trying to avoid the mass crowds that showed up to the arena in the area in the days following Bryant's death.
A showdown tonight between immigration authorities and the county of Sonoma after ICE agents showed up and arrested 3 people at the courthouse in Santa Rosa. Those detained had to come to court to clear up misdemeanor violations. The arrest violated a new state law that forbids immigration detentions anywhere near a courthouse.
When we have ICE running around arresting people, it makes it a little bit difficult. And we had a lot of failures to appear today because of that. We didn't see any warrants in anybody's hands as they were taking someone right outside my office here and then went out in the front. They just said, "You're coming with me," and off they went.
ICE says despite attempts to prevent officers from doing their jobs, they will continue to carry out their mission to uphold public safety and enforce immigration law.
Coming up next, looks like an ordinary restaurant robbery, if we can say that nowadays. But wait till you hear the twist.
The wrong place at the wrong time for one armed robber in Kentucky.
Yep, he tries holding up the joint. Little did he know, the only 2 customers in the place were a couple. Both happened to be police officers, and they were armed. And they didn't appreciate getting robbed. Ended up pulling their guns, chasing this guy, and then arresting him. They say when it happened, they both just looked at each other, and their training kicked right in. They probably laughed, too.
Didn't even flinch. Well, thank you for watching at 7. The news continues streaming on CBS and Bay Area.
And we'll be back here at 11 o'clock. Have a great evening. We'll see you then.